Book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verses 14 through 18. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasteth greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men, that they should walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as a dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Kal Allah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Bakal Kodash. The water Yahweh, Yahushua, for the gift of this truth and ministry, and we do minister to the saints, fishing for the hopeful elect, where they can be sealed, and the water Yahweh, Yahushua, for those in the apostle great millstone, who taught us this truth, the true teachers of the Bible, come out of GMS, and double honors of the elders of the apostle great millstone, who rule and teach well. Peace and blessing and salutation to the elect men who pushed this truth, brought the four winds of the earth in these last days. Shalom, Malcolm. Shalom. Alright, so this is going to be my fourth time doing the same video. You know, Prince of Power there, demonic activities are going on with prohibiting, you know, Esau plays a part into it too. So I'm going to keep pushing this truth. Put up the same video again, because we in that time, the time of great death and destruction from our great terrible king, which headlines the video. Okay? This is coming from the Almighty himself, through Yahushua to the holy angels. All right? We're seeing civil wars, civil unrest, race wars. You know, got wildfires happening everywhere, plagues and pestilence, which I'm going to do videos on this too. It'll happen at an alarming rate. We got storms in the Gulf of Mexico right now. It's already storming and raining outside. You know, Most High is making that visit upon this land, America. And that word America means bitter. This is an abominable place. So it has to be destroyed. It has to be judged. The Most High gonna let, if he destroys Sodom and Gomorrah, you think he gonna let this place just walk free? No, you got to answer for all that you have done. And I'm gonna get that too. And that's how we're looking at the times, and you know that we're in the season, man. We're in the season of the chip being implemented. All right, the radio frequency identification chip, we're waiting for that centerpiece prophecy to be fully implemented, and it's so close, it's so fucking close. It's so close to when these terror attacks are gonna hit, and they'll be looking for somebody to blame. They'll label us black identity extremists. There's going to be attack. That word attack is going to be plural. Okay? There's going to be a lot of them, man. But you're going to make it mandatory for this radio frequency identification chip to be fully implemented on everybody. Like the scripture says, he calls them all to take this chip. The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And how do we measure the time? By looking at the prophecies, looking at the news, linking them up with the scriptures. Because we know that we're in that time, knowing that younger brothers as myself are coming into this thing, more fruit is coming into this thing. Lord willing, we're being sealed. Because back then, when the elders was on the scene back in, not pertaining to being on the internet like in 2007 when they came on, but, from being in the original One West or whatever, back in the late 90s or whatever, even all in the early 80s and everything, you didn't have GMS, you didn't have the hopefully elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, which hopefully elect already been here. But we're in that time where all these prophecies are beginning to take place, and the elect is being sealed. It's being sealed right now for our time, this generation. This generation that we're in right now. That's how you know we're at the end. Because this truth has gone out globally. GMS is global now. Alright? This is a global truth right now. Throughout the four winds of the earth. Because he is going to gather his elect from the four winds. So elect have to be scattered throughout the four. The truth has to be out there through the four winds. For him to gather his elect, it all makes sense. He says, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which he gave the prophets already in the past, to put it down, write it down on paper like he told Habakkuk, or the prophet Habakkuk would do, make it plain upon the table. He had them in stones and scrolls and everything like that. It says, which I have told thee before. He told them before. And the prophets are back today, saying the same thing. What we saw. What we're seeing right now. Read the scriptures with vision, man. Prophesying to the other nations. All right? And it says in Zephaniah 1:14, the great day of the Lord is near. All right? And that word great goes into a terrible, a terrible day, man. Like it says in Jeremiah 30:7. Jacob's trouble is going to be a great day that none's going to be like it. The great day of the Lord is going to be nothing like you have ever seen. All right? So what Zephaniah saw, he said, it is near. Zephaniah repeated it again. It is near. That's how imminent this destruction is. These four winds that the holy angels are holding back. And these tall, dark-skinned holy angels are going to get down and dirty. They're going to get down and dirty. It's not going to be nothing nice. Slaying old-ass men, old-ass women with wigs on, with the cane, with the little canes that they walk with and everything. They're going to kill them, little infant babies. If they don't have the seal of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Salaki, in their foreheads, then just kill them. And it says it. That God not going to spare nobody. And these women are going to get it. Because in that scripture that it read, let me get it. I don't want to rough repair. I don't want to butcher the scripture. Ezekiel chapter 9. Let me get I can read it 4. All right, but I'm going to start at 6, go straight to it. Let's start at 5. Ezekiel 9:5. And to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare. Let not your eyes spare. I mean, the angels are going to be extreme. You can see it, prejudice. They're going to be prejudiced, cutthroat, not giving a fuck. Little babies, not sparing nobody. If you don't have this walk on, they're going to kill you. Yeah. All right? And it says, verse 6, slay ye, so like it says, in the latter part of verse 5 says, neither have ye pity. I'm going to have pity on nobody. I'm going to feel sorry for you because you got a fucking cane. You drinking some old ass your juice that the doctor gave you for the try to benefit your health. No. You're going to get your throat sliced, your head bust, and you're going to lay there and bleed to death. You're going to get killed on the spot. Slay utterly old and young, old ass men, old ass women, both maids, women, and little children, both maids, both the old maids and the young maids, and little children, and women. It repeats it again, women, because maids is women, and women again. But come near, Salaki, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark. Because while we are looking to be sealed, being on fire for the truth, doing the bid of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. But he let us scatter throughout the four winds, doing the truth and on fire. Yahushua not looking for no lukewarm, weak-ass nigga, man. Alright? Back in Zephaniah, it says, and hasteth greatly, Zephaniah 1:14. And we hasten the day with patience, praying to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua for their deliverance. And he is the deliverer. To be delivered out of this devil's hand, man, because he is finna get loose. He's finna get loose. Ultimately, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua bringing judgment on the house of Israel, the 2/3 that are wicked, doing Jacob's trouble. All right? The great day of the Lord is Jacob's trouble, martial law, the FEMA camps, World War III. All right? The radio frequency identification chip, a.k.a. the mark of the beast. Yes, those are all his judgments. All right? Even the voice of the day of the Lord, and how the voice of the day of the Lord heard through his men, through the prophets, beginning with the elders and apostles, great millstone. This is how his voice is being heard. We're speaking it through the scriptures out of our mouths into the public, on the highways and byways, and putting up videos. All right? We're not keyboard prophets over here, man. We go out on the highways and byways in the chief of concourse in the downtown area. All right? Fishing for the hopefully elect and warning the wicked of death and destruction. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. And I was looking at the brother, the elder brother, the Mississippi camp. His video when he did, he talked about the internet's not gonna be forever. But he was saying brothers gonna have brothers 6'3", 260 pounds, you know, stock and built, you know, built themselves up, muscle, you know, physically muscle. And they gonna be a bitch in this day of the great day of the Lord, man. You gonna cry bitterly. All the mighty, the Jakes gonna wanna be a tough guy, everything in the street, gonna be crying, man. All you so-called murderers and killers in the inner city, you gonna be a bitch in the day of the Lord. That's a fact. Verse 15. That day is a day of wrath. What day? The day of the Lord. The great and terrible day of death and destruction is coming from our great terrible King. That day is a day of wrath. The book of Isaiah, chapter 13, and verse 9. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Who are the sinners? Find out. Let's find out. The book of Revelation. We're gonna see who the sinners are. The book of Revelation, chapter 20, 21, and verse 8. But the fearful and unbelieving, let's stop right there, because it got comments right here. But the fearful, so for the ones that are in these other entry-level Israelite camps that know that the radio frequency identification chip is the mark of the beast, and you're afraid to leave the camp because your camp leader may do some kind of punishment towards you or whatever, or discipline, you know, and you're afraid to leave because of that, or they may make videos about you or whatever like that, out of fear, and you notice this is the truth, and what does it say? And unbelieving, that bitch really means you don't believe it. If I know this guy's not teaching 100% truth and sound doctrine, according to the scriptures, I'm getting the fuck around his ass. But that's just me though. That's just me. You got a lot of women in these damn camps, you know, these other entry-level camps, whatever, and these guys and everything that all kind of hoard them and, you know, adultery is going on like that, man, and you know that the chip is the mark of the beast, and you scared to leave, this applies to you. But the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable, and our people fall victim definitely to this right here. And murderers and whoremongers, these pimps, these murderers, these so-called gangsters out here in these streets, yeah, and sorcerers, witchcraft and everything, and idolaters, yeah, that's the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man. And all liars. A lot of these camp leaders are liars because they have been paid off, or they scared to do the knowing that the chip is the mark of the beast, and just afraid of what everybody else has already said about them, their little stature or whatever. But you scared to come out and just go ahead and say, look, yeah, we had it wrong. It is the chip. GMS had it right the whole time. But that popularity, you scared of that, that popularity, that so-called, social media hype that you have, man, with a lot of views and everything, teaching bullshit doctrine just to get a lot of views, lying to the people. Shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone. We're going to get that in a minute. Which is the second death, which speaks on, the first death with Noah in his flood, man. That's how the world was destroyed this time. This time, Yahweh Shai is going to cleanse this earth with thermonuclear fire. So let's get it. Back in Isaiah, chapter 13, and the latter part of it, it says, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. All right? We read that. So back in Zephaniah, big old ass Bible. A lot of stuff in this Bible. It's a lot of brother. You got pages all in between here too. The photos of the 12 tribes chart. High holy days. All right. Here we go. Zephaniah 1. All right, and 15. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble, which had the title of the video, and distress. You're seeing distress right now. Uproars of the people. People in anguish. A lot of animosity in the street between these other nations. Esau versus Jacob. Because this whole thing, this whole prophecy, the whole thing all boils down to Jacob versus Esau. With Esau trying to come down with Jacob with great wrath, which he's going to come down with, not trying to, he's going to come down with great wrath. Because these elites, Rothschild, Illuminati, which are all, the same people, all Edomites, have a set stature in Russia, Georgia, where it's supposed to be only a certain amount of people on this planet. And this great wrath is coming down even right now. Whether it be through science, or through democracy or whatever, ultimately lead Jake to commit adultery, spiritual adultery against the Most High, and the Most High is going to get rid of your ass. Yeah. And ultimately coming with his great wrath in his day. Starting with the chip. That chip is the great day of the Lord. A day of wasteness and desolation. How is he going to waste it? With the thermonuclear ICBM missile. He said, and I have created the waster to destroy. All right. Yeah. Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith. It's an Edomite, Robert Oppenheimer, that bloweth the coals in the fire. It's a blacksmith, an iron worker, and bringeth forth an instrument for his work. Bringing forth an instrument. Because that was the prophet Isaiah saw back in his time, an instrument. In ancient time, looking at this missile, looking at him create this thing in the cold, working, how about Shai got to definitely be working with you in this extreme heat, in the coals. It says the coals in the fire. That's a blacksmith working in extreme heat, coals in the fire. Extreme heat, working to get this instrument together, to build it up. What does it say? and bringeth forth an instrument for his work. For Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shai's work. To do his bidding. This is the Most High's work. Create this instrument. And I have created the waster to destroy. This instrument, this ICBM nuclear missile is going to be, it's a waster. It's going to destroy everything, man. To lay the land desolate, as he said, man. So back in Zephaniah, it says, a day of darkness and gloominess. And you read about that in Joel, the 2nd chapter. A day of clouds and thick darkness. A day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities. And these holy angels are going to get down and dirty. Like I said previously, man. They're going to get down and dirty. Like the brother, like Elder Pascal Bar did the video on the brother, I think the brother from JMSLA had a dream about, people getting melted in their cars, man. Melted is in the scriptures, man. He is going to melt you. Ezekiel the 22nd chapter in verse 20 talks about Yahweh melting your ass, man. With this ICBM missile. Ultimately, with the chariots of Yahweh coming also. It's going to finish this place off. Alright? In Isaiah 6:15. Okay? And it says against the high towers, these elites. This is the day of the trumpet being blown against you also. We're coming to hunt your ass down in the day of the Lord's wrath, man. We get beamed up on the chariots, Lord willing. Lord willing. Be a part of this thing. You got to make the Most High's, praying that we make the Most High's cut list and be on this team, man. This is the last shot. Get no more after this. After this is straight death. And you're going to come, ultimately, all this is going to be saved, but you got to get your mind renewed, start all the way over, walk again, talk again, learn the Hebrew, Because hopefully they can already be restored with that pure language. We're getting that pure language right now. And we hear that voice says, come up hither, we're going to be changed in the twinkling of an eye. And get out of these bullshit ass bodies that we have, man. These bodies are dead, man. But it's got all kind of elements and everything physically. But it's got spiritual elements or whatever. We need Yahweh Shai for everything. That's the only way out of this bitch. Alright? And it says, I will bring the stress upon men that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord. And I have brought that out. How have they sinned? Following behind Esau's doctrine and philosophies and everything. And their blood shall be poured out as the dust. And the scripture got it written. There's going to be so much blood out here on these streets, man. And these angels are going to get loose. I keep reiterating that. Yahweh is going to open up a whole nother portal of demons, of demonic activity at the highest level. To where you 2/3 who have sinned against the Most High, you are going to be terrified that your heart is going to melt. Woo! Woo! Let's get it. Isaiah 13 and verse 7. Love Isaiah 13. It's straight. It gets straight to the meat, to the point. Isaiah 13 and 7. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. They're going to melt. If you got fucking high blood pressure, the Most High is going to put the spirit on these demons to cause your body to accelerate to the highest of the highest. And you're going to have a stroke, from seeing all this demonic activity, these missiles being shot off, women getting slaughtered in the street, dead bodies everywhere. It said it. The blood going to be poured out as dust. And their flesh shall be as the dung. There's a lot of dead bodies. Flesh is going to be dead, caught all in the streets, all in the houses. Which ties into Joel the 2nd chapter also. When these missiles begin to get shot off, man. Hold that, get this, man. Precept upon precept. Salak, 2nd Esdras, chapter 16. And verse 13, for strong is his right hand. The right hand represents power that bendeth the bow. And this is ancient. The prophet Esdras speaking in ancient times. A bow, like when you begin to shoot the arrow, get the bow, and you bend it back like this, and you release it. Well, in modern day time, in our time, we see it better than what Esdras saw. Now interpret it better and give it to you like we seen in modern day times, so you can better understand it, because everybody don't have the eyes to see this. You got people like Pastor Eric Mason and everything, Vocab Malone, who think arrow is talking about a basic arrow that you buy at a fucking Walmart and throw on your wall and, like, you know, playing a bullseye game. No, it's talking about a thermonuclear missile, an arrow. Because when you look at a missile, it looks like a fucking arrow from a spiritual point of view. All right? That's why you got to have your spiritual binoculars on to see the power and the works of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, man. All right, say, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. In the modern day, bending the bow and arrow is going to be on a nuclear launch pad, where the arrow, the missile, sets on the launch pad and begins to target its direction. It's going to be shot off, man, over here to America. All right, his arrows that he's shooting are sharp. The head of that missile is sharp. The tip of it, which holds over 500 million warheads, thousands of warheads inside of it. All right, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot in the ends of the world. And America's at the uttermost part of the world over here, the West, as it's spoken of in prophecy, man. The West, the new world. All right, so when that warhead begin to be shot off over here from all these other nations and everything, when the missile hits, you know, the top of that head, the sharp part of that missile hits the ground surface, is going to destroy and destructive everything. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is perfect in all his works, man. All right, so death is coming from our great and terrible King. A great day of the Lord is coming from our great day, Salah. The great and terrible day of death and destruction is coming from our great and terrible King, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So with that, I'm going to close the video out. Hope it's been edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Makah Kodash. Double honor to those in the Apostle Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Peace and blessing and salutation to the elect men who pushing this truth and on fire in these last days wherever ye are scattered. For Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the great day of death and destruction is coming from our great and terrible King, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Shalom, Michael.